Good afternoon. My name is Tim Johnson. I'm the owner of Finesse Rods here in Astoria, Oregon. We're sitting here in the rod shop, and I wanted to reach out and give you guys kind of an idea of what's in the future for Finesse Rods. Been in the fishing rod business for 13, almost 14 years, and it's a passion of mine. I enjoy being able to talk to a lot of the fishermen and get to pick their brains and just talk fishing. So about 5 or 6 months ago, I posted a little video here of a salmon rod that I had designed and finally came to fruition. It was a 9'11", and that 9'11" is kind of my utility rod. You can use it pretty much in any size boat. You can fish it multiple different ways. That rod is all my rods will be tested and are designed for handling 20 ounces of lead. So if you take that 9'11" rod and you have a smaller boat, you can still fish that as a bow rod. On the other hand, if you have a big guide sled and you need a good side rod, that 9'11" is right at home being a side rod. So it's kind of my do-all rod. Well, this year, I got such great reviews on that rod. I went back to the drawing board and just designed and just received. What I have now is the new bow rods. These bow rods are designed around trolling 20 ounces of lead. These are 11-foot bow rods. These are going to be line rated at 20 to 40 pounds with a lot of backbone. Got a light tip so you can still run those 360 flashers, and you can. And I'll tell you, after I got these in my hands, I'm excited. I can't wait to see how these things perform. But yeah, a little bit about Finesse Rods building process. Here I have the butt section of an 11-foot rod, and I've got all these white little arbors on here. These are hand taped directly to the blank arbors. And what these are is on these carbon fiber tube style grips. These are basically the spacers between the rod blank and your handles. And what happens is these will slide down. These will slide down over the top of these arbors. And if you'll notice when that's going on there, these are all perfectly fit. So once that gets seated down, there's no slop. There's no movement, nothing. So we start with a good base here, directly in contact with our rod blank. And I will also tape this section here. I'll hand tape these sections with the reel seat. These ones happen to be the aluminum ones. And guys, if you haven't seen these, you need to check these out. These things are money, and we got them in various colors. We can color them specified to your boat or whatever you want to do. A lot of the guides are taking these colors and saying, okay, my bow rods I want to be blue because I know the blue ones are just going to go to the bow. My side rods are going to be a silver, and then my back rods are going to be my black reel seats. It just makes their process a whole lot easier when they're digging in their rod lockers at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to get everything set up. So we're trying to make things easier for the guide in his setup process. So it's just one idea. But getting back to the rod blanks, I will hand tape arbors on my reel seat. And then here's I run a 6-inch foregrip, and here's the foregrips. And we will run taped arbors on the foregrip. So, and the reason that I do that is, I don't know if any of you have ever had any reel seats spin on you. Yeah, it's frustrating. You have no idea how many times I've had phone calls of people asking, can I bring you a rod that's got a reel seat that just spins around and around and around? And I don't mess with them. And I think the reason that that's happening is the rod manufacturers, or the rod companies, I should say, is I think it's their build process. And the reason I think that is because now you have these reels with these big power handles on them, and they got a lot of torque on them, and these little foam arbors just can't handle them. This foam arbor here is supposed to go inside this, and that's what your reel seat is glued to. Well, after you ream it out to fit the rod blank, there's just no structure to it. I mean, there's nothing there. Not like a hand taped arbor. So that's one process that Finesse Rods will do and will continue to do until there's something better. But for right now, this is the way we do it. We can do multiple colors. This one here happens to be it's upside down, but this one here's a Finesse Rods 9'11". It's a Tidewater series, so it's a 12 to 25 pound test rod. This rod is for spring salmon anywhere in the Columbia River, from Astoria to Hanford Reach. It's money. It's a great rod. And but yeah, we have for lengths of rods, we do 11 footers, and those are the new ones that are coming out here, and that'll be ready by this fall. Those are going to be a 20 to 40 pound test rod, and trolling weight of 20 ounces. The 9'11", I have two in those. The heavy 9'11" is a 15 to 30 pound, capable of trolling 20 ounces of lead. And then I have the Tidewater series 9'11", and this will troll about 12 to 16 ounces of lead. I wouldn't go any more than that. And then the 9 foot length rod will, which is my Pro Troll rod. It works great on these Pro Trolls, and all these rods do. So they're made out of the same material, and you can see the nice pump of that 360 working on all these rods. So the 9 foot 6s are 15 to 30 on the Pro Troll rod, and then in the Tidewater series they are a 12 to 25. So just a little bit lighter. So, but with that said, you know a little bit now about Finesse Rods down here in Astoria. If you've got any questions, give me a call. My phone number is 503-468-8181. And remember, holidays are coming up. So if you've got a person that's in the fishing, let's get them a fishing rod. So anyway, that being said, have a good evening, and thanks for your time.